this guy, Evan, was a detailer for me at Dan Cummins. Then he went into sales, sold for me at Dan Cummins, was one of my top sales guys. We put him in finance at 21 years old. He became what's that? Burn it up. He became a finance manager over there at DC at 21 years old. In 5 years, the dude contracted 8,000 deals. He was their top finance guy over there, top finance guy for the last 5 years. And recently, he reached out and he said he wanted to join the team. And I told him, literally, you will make zero. Right now, you're making big numbers. Literally, the number I can pay you is zero. And he left the safety and security of that job to come be a part of this because he believes in what we're doing here. He wants to be a part of something bigger.
What up, everybody? It's Evan, week 6. Welcome back, 800% Elite F&I. Glad to see you again. Hopefully you're inputting some of the things we talked about in week 5. We're going to go back just a second and recap. So finding your just cause, finding your why, finding the reason why you're doing what you're doing, finding the reason that you're stepping up to the plate, you're doing more than what you're supposed to be doing, you're putting in extra work. And what is that reason? There has to be a reason. You're planning for that infinite game, not the finite game. You're not playing that month to month, that weekly basis. You're going to play for that forever game, that 30, 40, 50 years out, that generational game. So what is your reason? And I'm going to break down a little bit of what my reason is. So the first thing that comes to mind, my reason, it's going to be my family. So we've got a 4.5-year-old little girl. Her name's Addie. That's my wife, Destiny. And we've just recently added a new little addition. Our son, Kyler. He's 6 weeks today. And he's been amazing. And it's amazing to see the family grow. You know, we've grown over these past few years and molded and really shaped. And it really shows you, like, it really hits at home. Hey, you're doing this more for other people than yourself. And we have to realize that yes, we're doing it for ourselves, for accomplishments and for other things, for selfishly, you can say it. It's somewhat selfishly, but we have to look at, we're helping other people as well, whether it be your family, your friends, your neighbors, whoever else you're helping. Just focus in on that, your just cause, your why, and it will help you succeed even more. It'll push you, it'll fuel you to show you more. So with that just cause and that why, we need to get down to the nitty gritty, the numbers. So you need to be tracking your numbers every single day. Numbers are huge. They're a big part of what we do. We're finance managers. So you need to know your numbers inside and out. So you need to know your penetrations. You need to know what warranties you've sold, how many you've sold, how many deals you've done, what kind of ceramic coating penetrations you have, what kind of tire and wheel, what products that you've sold, what products have you presented. I mean, down to every little detail. You need to know this every day. You need to print out reports. It's all the numbers game. I mean, we're in the finance department. That's what we do. We collect the data, we analyze it, we correct it, and then we improve. It's progress every day. And you have to track those numbers every day or you won't know where you are. You'll look back and it'll be 6 months and you're like, man, I didn't even know that's where I was. I could have been pushing in that area and grown my warranty penetration another 5% if I would have focused on that in the past 30 days. I would have grown my ceramic coating percentage another 10% if I would have pushed in and dialed in every single day. So you've got to track the numbers. The numbers don't lie. I promise, man. And you'll hear me say that a lot because we are the finance people. I'm going to reiterate that. You have to love numbers. They're showing you right up front what's happening, why it's happening. You just have to find the reason, dissect it, and then improve that number. And do that every single day. We also talked about social media. So you need to be diving in on social media. I'm going to go through and check, man. If you don't have a Facebook, man, you're years behind. You got to get a Facebook. You got to get an Instagram. You got to get a LinkedIn. LinkedIn's huge for the business world. You know, I wish I would have dove into that a little bit more when I was sitting in the office. I didn't know that much about LinkedIn, but now I do. I'm promoting it a lot with our 800% Elite Auto Club. I'm in there diving in and seeing how much value that it brings to the table. You know how many finance managers and directors that you could meet? How many people you could network with? Instead of just standing there all alone, seeing all these things happening around you, you could be involved. You could be the person that gets back out there and reaches out, grows your network, and still be killing the game, doing your own thing, but learning from other people. There's so much information and so many people out there. You have to branch out. You can't just sit on an island by yourself. You can't just sit in that office all day thinking, what's next? What am I going to do for dinner? What time do I leave? I've got a lot of other things going on. You've got to be present in the office and outside of the office. You got to get out there and do TOs. You've got to do all the things outside of financing a deal. You've got to talk to the banks. You've got to go up in the accounting office, make sure they've got everything. You've got to go make sure the owner doesn't need anything from you. You've got to go make videos. You've got to go broadcast yourself, build that finance department, be the finance man or woman. Be that yes man or woman. That's what I call it. Make sure that anybody needs anything, they come to you. You're the superhero in the office. All right? You're the person that they go to when nobody else knows the answer. You've got to build yourself up and know enough to where you're the person that has all the answers. When it comes to finance, you are that person. So that means jumping in on social media. You've got to jump in on social media. Yes, the Instagram, the Facebook, the LinkedIn, but you've got to do it every day so that you start to build traction. You've got to get traction, and it takes daily efforts. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. You have to do it every single day. You have to jump on multiple platforms, and you have to continue to do it. You're not going to see results right away. It's not something that you're going to see results right away. You'll see your results the things that you're doing now, you're going to see results in the next 90 days. It's all a snowball effect. So we have to build it up and perfect it. And over time, you're going to get better. Just post when you can, at least twice a day, and stick to the 4 Ps. I'm telling you, it's going to build you up. You're going to become more confident on social media. You're going to become more confident on making videos. You're going to become more confident on taking pictures with customers, talking to them one-on-one in the office, and going outside after you present everything. Even if they buy something or not, you're going to go check out their vehicle. You're going to go take a picture with them and thank them. You're going to tell them, hey man, if you or any of your friends or family ever need any finance advice, I'm the person. Not just on auto, on buying a car. I'm your person on all around finance. So that means we have to educate ourselves outside of what we do. If we're a finance manager, you have to make that a whole round statement. So you've got to look on the real estate side. You've got to look at all of financing on the banking side. I'm not saying you have to be professionals, but you have to know about it. The more educated you are about financing abroad, all around, the better off you are in the financing of the auto world. The more terms that you're going to know, the more people you're going to know. It's just going to be an all-around better picture for you and an experience for the customer. It's all about the customer's experience at the end of the day. And if you know something that the other finance manager didn't know 5 years ago when they bought at the lot down the street, you're more likely going to make a connection, keep a connection, and keep that customer with you forever. So anytime they make a financial decision, you're at mind. So speaking of the social media, going back to the social media, and all the different types of videos and pictures and posts that you can do. Here's just a quick idea of something out of the box that I threw out there on our GM3X. It's a morning show that Glenn's been doing, and he's been pushing me to get out of my comfort zone as well. I wasn't huge on the video side. I did a few here and there, but now I'm starting to get onto like fully produced trainings and fully produced videos that we do throughout the week on different shows that he has. So I'm getting more and more comfortable. I'm learning a little bit more. And you grow as you go. So it's not something, like I said, it's not something that you're going to just get right out of the gate. It's going to take some time. It's going to be uncomfortable, but you just have to push yourself and do it. So here's a quick example of something you could start with.
Good morning, everybody. This is Evan with GM3X, and today I've got the privilege of standing in front of a brand new 2022 Tesla Model Y. This isn't just an ordinary Model Y. This is the performance model. So what that entails, it's got the bigger performance wheels, got those huge red brake calipers, and it's got the dual motor. So this thing is not an ordinary Tesla. This thing's 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. So all my muscle car enthusiasts, give this thing a shot. This thing is sick. We're gonna go into the inside. This thing is decked out. It's got the all white leather interior. Look how you open this door, man. Tesla has gone over and beyond. Look at the inside, man. All white leather interior, sleek. They've made it to where it's all focused in this center on this technology infotainment package, man. This thing is awesome. You can control the whole car in just a few clicks right in front of you. We're gonna come to the back. Look at the space, man. This isn't just an ordinary sedan. They have overdone this. Today, not only do we get to check this out, we get to drive it. Let's go. All right, we're in there with my boy Josh. We're gonna take off on the first ride on the new 2022 Tesla Model Y Performance. Man, this thing is smooth. Don't even have to hit the brakes. Just keeps going, flows. All you guys that haven't tried out the full electric vehicles yet, man, you gotta give it a swing, man. It's definitely different. Definitely a different feel, but it is awesome. Feels like you're in a spaceship. Woo! Get it. Another awesome feature in the Tesla models, especially the Model Y, is the autopilot. All you've got to do is double click, let it go. Man, this thing is crazy, dude. I don't even know what to think. It's driving with no hands, no feet. Man, this is new. I gotta get used to this. Oh man, Tesla's done it all. You're bored in the parking lot, waiting to go somewhere, they got you covered. They got you covered, little Tesla cart.
So that's just a little sneak peek of something that you could do, little ways that you could make it fun, make it entertaining. It doesn't have to be just you and saying, hey, come down and get a $299 a month for a 36-month lease with no money down. You can make it interesting for the customers and the people that you're broadcasting it for. Get out there and do something different. Push yourself to be a little bit uncomfortable. Have some fun with it. Get some salespeople, different managers, maybe your owner involved. Get everybody together. It's better when everybody's together and thinks of new ideas and puts it to fruition. So with that said, the social media, it's definitely going to help you. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some uncomfortable situations and different things that you're not used to doing. It's going to take getting out of the office and communicating with the customers on a different level. But once you do that, you're going to see a big increase. You're going to see people starting to ask, what is he doing, man? He's starting to do something different. How is he doing it? He's becoming unrecognizable. That's what you want to hear. You want to hear he or she is becoming unrecognizable. They're doing something that I've never thought that they would do, doing something that nobody's ever done in the dealership before, and they're seeing results from it. They're becoming unrecognizable. And when you do that, you're going to see some numbers start to go up and down, and you're going to see some things start to change. And you're probably like, well, what's going to happen next? You know, what's going to happen during all of this? How am I going to feel? What should I be doing? The answer is just to keep pushing through it. And you'll get to the top of that mountain, and you'll push yourself again and grow more and continue to grow. Another thing that we need to do is we need to practice our craft. We need to perfect the craft. So like we talked about in week 3, you've got to present your product some way. I like to use the menu. You've got to establish a menu of presentation, some type of way to show all of your products to your every single customer. I just went to a dealership the other day in Tennessee. I drove down one day and stayed for a whole day, got to sit with an awesome finance manager and their team and really discuss on a lot of things that he wasn't familiar with because he was newer to the industry at the time, or not to the industry, to the finance office. He had been in the industry a little bit. He had left and came back. Now he has this opportunity to be in the finance office. He's been doing it for 3 months, been cranking it out. I'm talking 150 units a month. I mean, he's there 12 to 15 hours a day, cranking it out. And I'm like, man, you're doing great, but where's the numbers at? You know, you're putting in the work, you're doing the deals, but where's your numbers? I mean, you're at $1,500 a car, $1,600 a car, which is good. You know, it's good for industry standards, but it's not excellent. It's not unrecognizable. It's not fantastic. You've got to set risky targets, guys. I'm telling you, you've got to set for that $3,500, $4,000 a car, 60% on your penetrations. All the gap, the warranty, the tire and the wheel, the ceramic coating, you've got to sell every single time. That customer doesn't leave your office without something. Without something, they're buying something. You're finding something that can help that customer, benefit that customer, and building value and selling that customer. At the end of the day, you're a closer.
Cookies are for closers.
You are a closer. You're the reason that they're going to buy, that they're finishing the process, that they're accepting the deal. You're the final process, the finance person. You're that line between a yes and a no, a hard yes and a hard no. They might be closed. We all know how that is. They might be closed at a $500 payment, but their real payment is $550. It might have just been a push into the box so that you can close them. That's why you're there. Close the deal. That is why you're there. That's why the people, whoever put you in that position, knew that you would be the last person that they talked to. They knew that you would close the deal, that you would make sure they had a great experience, and you would make it as profitable as possible. That's why you're in the seat that you're in. And you need to hold up to that standard. So we need to set risky targets. We need to set $3,500 a car, $4,000 a car, over 50%, 50, 60% on all your penetrations. If you fall short, you fall short. You still hit $3,000 a car. You've got to set those targets risky. Or if you fall short on a $2,000 PVR and a 40% penetration, then you're not hitting your targets. You're not even close. There's a huge difference. So we've got to go out there and 800% our business, 800% our numbers. If you're thinking 15, 16, $2,000 a car, $2,500 a car, you're thinking too small. You've got to think bigger. You've got to think of the bigger picture. It's out there to get, I promise. And I will walk you through on how to do it. I don't even care to sit on a one-on-one call with you for an hour and just role play back and forth. Shoot objections at me. I'll be the customer. You'll be the customer. Back and forth. We'll role play for an hour. Any questions you have on objections, anything that you've heard from your last 3 customers that didn't buy and you need help with, I'm here to help. And if I don't know the answer, I will find the answer. That's why I'm here. That's why you're in this program. We'll work together. So use that. We'll network together. And we're going to go over that when we meet this week on frequent objections, on objection handling, on ways to communicate with the customer that's not aggressive. Because I know how it is when a customer says, no, I don't want any of that. You can just, you can feel the blood just rise and you want to just either freak out or shut down, close the door. Sorry, they don't want anything. Well, just sign here, here, and here and miss an opportunity. They might have not understood what you presented. They might have to be presented in a different way. There's different types of people that respond differently from a visual presentation, from hearing it from your mouth, from hearing it over the phone, from hearing it all different ways. So we have to know how that customer needs to hear it and how we need to present it and line those two things up. And once we talk about the different type of objections and the different type of things that you're going to hear, we're going to be able to locate that and to find that person and then overcome that. So with all that being said, the main thing, the thing that trumps it all and the things that will solve everything is going to be our volume. The volume will solve everything. All of the deals that you're about to do will make up for anything that you miss. I mean, it just makes sense. So 30% of people are going to say no to you regardless. It doesn't matter if you give the product away. If you say, I will give you this warranty $50 over our cost, they're still going to say no. There's nothing that you can do about it. So that other 70, 75%, you have to have in your head that they will buy. There is a chance that they will buy. They want to buy. You just have to show them that they need this. You have to build that value. You have to make it feasible for them. If they can't afford it, make it affordable. Work with the banks. You're not just stuck where they say you are. I promise you. I've been on the phone with multiple bank managers, relationship managers, VPs, presidents of banks. They have the room. I promise you. They have more room than what you think, your owner thinks, anybody in that building thinks. You need to get on the phones with them, build your relationships with those higher up people, the presidents, the vice presidents, the relationship managers. Yes, the credit analysts are great. They're good to start that floor level introduction to the bank or to the credit union. They're great to have for a quick reference. But if you've got a deal, maybe a 650 that's a cosigner deal, and the bank declined it last night because it was kind of late, you need to be able to pick up the phone instead of calling that credit analyst. You need to pick up the phone and call that manager, call that VP, call the person that can get the job done. So you need to network. You've got to network on social. You've got to network in your dealership. You've got to network with the banks. Everything's about that network. Your network is your net work is your net worth. And that's real. I know you've heard it. I know you heard a lot of people probably talk about it, but it's true. Even in the business that we're in, you've got to get out there and know people, and you'll get referrals, just like in sales. Like I said before, you've got to treat it as you're still in the sales job, but you've been promoted. Now you're still a salesperson, but you're also a finance person. And you're also the person that the salespeople come to if they've got any personal problems. Just like taking that salesperson under your wing. I hope you're still working on that. I hope you found a few people to help rise up. If they've got anything that they need help with outside of work, take that responsibility on. Be a manager. Wear that title proudly. And again, volume solves everything. The more times that you do it, the repetition, even with the salespeople, working with them, you're going to get better. You're going to be a better trainer. You're going to be a better person for the customer. You're going to learn relations better. You're going to learn more than just that finance aspect that our title upholds. You're going to be more than the finance manager. You're going to be an 800% elite F&I professional. That is our goal. That is what we will make happen over these next few weeks. You're slowly molding yourself. You're slowly building up. And I can't wait to see where we get from here. So I appreciate all of your work, your hard work you've put in. I know you're going to continue to close the deals. You're going to continue to do the things that provide for your family, that provide for the people that you're providing for, that are going to benefit more than just yourself. And we're going to have a little fun while we do it. We're going to be able to print our own money. We're going to be able to do what we want. If we want to run 4,000 a car, that's what we're going to do. If we want to do 70% penetrations, that's what we're going to do. We're going to find the zone. We're going to stay in it. And you're going to push and push and push until we achieve what we need. So keep showing up, and I'll see you next week.